What's cracking, everybody? First off, you know I gotta say this. Happy birthday. Well, happy belated birthday to Inspirational Jimin. I believe he turned, was it 28, 29, 30, something like that? Boy, don't time fly. Man, I'll be, matter of fact, my birthday is, my birthday next month. November the 10th, and I'll be 29. So, yeah. Pushing 30 is crazy. But, as you can see, we about to check out Park Jimin Introduction 2023. I did react to the 2022 version. So if y'all want to check that out before you watch this, you know, Mikasa, Tsukasa. So without further ado, we finna go ahead and check this video out. Oh my god, an hour and 40 minutes long. Make sure you get to your popcorn.
This is an introduction video for Park Jimin, the main dancer and lead vocalist of the biggest and most successful group today, BTS.
Indeed.
Real name, Park Jimin. Stage name, Jimin. Born October 13th, 1995. From Busan, South Korea.
So he turned, wait, so if he was born, okay, I think he turned 28, right? Yeah, 28, I think. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comment section.
Lead vocals and the main dancer. Jimin's dance route starts at the Just Dance Academy in Busan, where he excelled in hip-hop, freestyling,
Look
popping,
at young
and isolation.
Jimin, man.
He made a local name for himself by joining many street dance battles as well as winning multiple talent competitions. At one point, when Jimin's parents couldn't afford the tuition fee, the school let him take classes for free so they wouldn't lose a talent like him. Jimin also excelled in school. He was a part of robotics building club, football club.
In other words, Jimin did everything. Everything.
He was a part of a bullet club, was excellent at track and a part of billiards club. On top of that, he was a part of the student council from elementary to high school. That's 9 years of switching between class president and class vice president. Jimin also, all throughout his schooling, was on top of his class, achieving perfect scores, especially in math. He was even called the god of math and would cover for his math teacher. He was also good at math, science, arts, and physical education. Because of all of this, Jimin was already quite popular amongst his peers. One of his old classmates has said that at the high school retreat, girls went crazy after he danced to the song Melodic by TVXQ, taking off his glasses and even showing off his abs. What's wholesome is that the main vocalist of the group said that he likes Jimin. Jimin was admitted into the Busan High School of Arts as a valedictorian in the modern dance department. Jimin took on various dance styles, such as contemporary dance, jazz, Korean dance, ballet. Jimin was even called the rising star of Busan.
Look at Jimin, man. Wow. Inspiration. Look at that.
공부 굉장히 잘했다고 수석 아니야? 수석이었어. 그래, 부산 예고 수석이야. 수석이었어. 그 참고로
우리 지민이는 수업 중간에 선생님 이동사 할 때는 어떻게 해요? 자동사는 어떻게 해요? 물어보면서 이동사를 할 때는 어떤 근육이 붙는다, 어떻게 된단다 그러면 그 다음날 와서 선생님 저 이동사를 많이 해서 이렇게 근육이 배웠어요.
Shaped very well.
He also had the time to train in
who was that? Was that one of Jimin's
various
teachers?
forms of martial arts, such as Taekwondo,
in
which he has
crazy.
a black belt, Hapkido, and Kendo for 8 years.
앞으로 내려치기 하루에 1,500번.
1,500번이 났다고?
응.
싫어.
체력 훈련.
그럼 검사하지 왜 여기 있냐?
엄마한테 그랬죠. 엄마 저는 세계 최고의 검투사가 되는 게 꿈이에요.
검투사.
와!
He was also the first and only freshman offered a scholarship to study martial arts more extensively abroad in China. Unknown fact to a lot of BTS fans would be that Jimin, just like RM, also enjoys artwork and visits to art exhibitions and museums. Jimin also knows how to play the piano, is learning how to play the guitar, loves to read and write poems.
There's nothing more powerful than you making your thing happen.
Feel like we learn
really going for
about Jimin every day.
doing business
Even though BTS been out for 10 plus.
Since Jimin was a smart kid, his dad wanted Jimin to become a prosecutor. In an interview with Busan Art School magazine, Jimin's dad has also said that he felt like he was losing a genius when Jimin expressed wanting to be a public dancer rather than a pure dancer. He also was worried, because success is not always guaranteed in this type of work. In the same interview he stated, in middle school, there was a time where Jimin had to write about his future. In his paper, he wrote that he wanted to go to Busan Arts High School and learn dance and use that background and combine it with music to become a singer or a celebrity. His paper was very detailed, and I think this was the start of his dream to become an idol. Jimin has said that when he expressed wanting to dance and make music, his dad agreed straight away and even took him to every audition. In a recent interview, the director of the Just Dance Academy mentioned Jimin's father didn't force his children to do things. When Jimin was practicing until 2 or 3 in the morning, he would wait in the car parked outside. When there were events held in clubs, he would always come, even though other parents didn't. In the same exclusive one-time interview, the dance director said, I first met Jimin when he was in his first year of junior high school. I taught popping classes which Jimin's school used to attend for their extracurricular activity. Whether I taught him how to do a wave or popping, he was the only one who would make an extraordinary improvement. That's why I invited him to the Just Dance Academy. I remember him believing in himself, enjoying the process of trying, and always having a smile on his face. High school students would play when school exams were over. However, Jimin would come here saying, I want to practice more street dance, since I can't learn it in lessons at Busan High School of Arts. The school's door was open 24 hours, so there were many times where Jimin was practicing on his own, even on Sundays. He was intelligent and was the type of person who was loved by the teachers. When you're with him, the people around him become positive too. Link to this wonderful interview, as well as many others, down in the description box. At the time, Jimin's modern dance teachers were opposed to the idea of Jimin becoming an idol, as they felt that the world of dance would be losing a great artist.
사과의 반열을 오른다는 게 쉬운 일은 아니잖아요. 부산에서 방시혁 그 기획사 대표가 하는 어떤 그런 오디션에 나간다고 했을 때 지민이한테 지금 이걸 마지막으로 빨리 네가 전공을 정했으면 좋겠다. 가수가 될지 아니면 순수한 무용을 할지 이번이 마지막이 됐으면 좋겠다고 했는데 합격을 했더라고. 그게 뭐 제가 알기로는 몇천 멤버 오디션을 보러 왔는데 한 명이 지민이가 됐다 해서 아 얘가 무슨 가능성이 있구나 잠재력이구나라고 제가 그때부터 생각하게 됐죠.
Jimin auditioned for Big Hit Entertainment in spring of 2012. After successful auditions, Jimin went to Seoul to train on May 15, 2012. Jimin has had one of the shortest idol training periods ever. After being a trainee under Big Hit for around 6 months, he got a position in the group and joined BTS as the last member and was revealed as a member on January 12, 2013. A lot of trainees were surprised by Jimin's various skills.
현대 무용과 힙합 댄스를 출 줄 아는 애가 들어오게 된다라는 걸 들었을 때, 야, 현대 무용하고 힙합 댄스를 둘 다 출 줄 안다고?
다 가져가야만.
딱 오자마자 안녕하세요 막 인사를 하고 이랬는데 얼굴이 되게 애기애기하고 또 이제 차네요. 또 약간 지미가
And still to this day,
지미가
that's a fact.
막 이제 막 몸을 풀더라고요. 그래서 막 몸 풀다가 갑자기 공중제비를 차는 거예요. 그래서 뭐지? 그래서 와, 이 친구 대단한 친구구만.
무엇을 해야 될지를 모르는 게 너무 힘들었었던 것 같고요. 4시까지 하고 6시 반쯤에 일어나서
in the morning?
연습하고 또 새벽 한 4시쯤 집에 와서 자고 그랬던 거예요?
네.
막 힘들지 않아요?
그때는 안 힘들었었던 것 같아요. 이게 아버지한테 달에 한 번씩 전화하면서 안 될 수도 있다. 근데 실망만 하지 마라. 제가 여기서 떨어져도 뭐 뭘로든 제가 해낼 테니까 너무 실망만 안 하셨으면 좋겠다면서.
Despite all of the obstacles, 6 months later, on 13th of June 2013, Jimin got to debut with BTS as one of the 2 main dancers, and as well as lead vocalist.
고등학교 가고 싶어서 예고 갔고 서울 올라오고 싶어서 오디션 보고 왔고 데뷔하고 싶어서 데뷔했고 1등하고 싶어서 1등했고.
와.
Jimin was an instant star. His acrobatic skills drew the public's attention to the rookie group. As a rookie, he already ranked amongst other popular idols in various best dancer polls.
얼굴은 귀여운데 몸이 상남자예요.
맞아요.
네, 그걸 아는 거죠.
무려 35%의 지분율을 획득했습니다.
기분
แล้วฮอตในโหมดหนุ่มๆอะค่ะ
하나, 둘, 셋.
At the time, Jimin was already helping with ideas for the choreography. For example, he was the one who came up with hat dance trick choreography.
안무가 주목받기 시작한 건 이제 지민이의 이 백각기와 그 매트릭스의 날아차기와 그 위어블루 프로포의 모자춤 아닙니까 사실. 그렇죠?
Jimin's greatest strength as a dancer is his ability to merge together his background in various martial arts, his hip-hop roots, as well as his contemporary training.
Wow.
While watching him dance, you can see that he is precise and tends to add a little extra to the choreography.
We are all victims of this.
He prioritizes elongated and fuller movements which express deeper emotions. He is the beat.
Hey, Jabberwocky Jimin! Wow. Never seen this one. Wait. Link me this video right now. Also, if you didn't see my last video, I said if you guys wanna, you want me to check out any videos, I will have Discord in the description. Join Discord, and it'll be a tab that says reaction. It'd be a tab on the left, or if you're on the phone computer, it's gonna say reaction request, and you want to link your video in that particular category. I need to find out what videos is. I never seen it. That shit looks exclusive and inspirational, man. Oh. Snapper-appy.
He dances to the tips of his fingers.
The tips of his toes. Yeah.
And basically optimizes his movements with sliding and gliding over the stage.
Sliding, gliding, and flying.
He is also a master of optimizing his performances. Starting from masterful spinning whenever he needs to travel a short distance, these movements help to make the stage more colorful and exciting. Jimin also has the ability to travel across the stage at great speeds. When Jimin's part ends, he quickly moves into his new position, which is often further away, all while never missing a beat and holding a stable note. Because of Jimin's modern dance background, every time you pause a video, you will be greeted with his beautiful dance lines and cool, composed facial expressions.
I didn't even realize that. That is a fact. Every pause is like a sculpture. Literally.
Also, you may or may not have noticed Jimin's trained ballerino stance. Jimin is also known for his work ethics and being a perfectionist.
그쵸. 한 번은 더 해보면 좋을 것 같아요.
Look at the man. He's focused.
더 성장하는 제가 되도록 노력하겠습니다.
이렇게 항상 부족함을 느끼는 이 마음. 아, 나는 아직 멀었다.
동생이 돼서 잘 따라가겠습니다. 한 정도 더 해봐야 되지 않겠나?
When inspirational looks at inspirationist.
안돼 한 번 더 하자.
한 번 더 할래? 마이크 와? 뭐 어떻게 할래?
이어서
어때요? 이거 괜찮다. 앞에가 문제네요. 앞에 뭐 하지?
아니 아까 이거 해봐봐.
Hey, hey.
Let's go.
Here's one thing you need to do before buying anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this first.
It's not a day we go without learning Jimin, huh?
Sweetest deals online when you shop from major
Shit is crazy. It's ridiculous.
Jimin is serious about his craft, and often behind the scenes you can see him helping to improve the choreography, giving his ideas and helping other members learn the choreo.
진영도 이거 같이 맞춰주면 좋을 것 같은데. 이거 진짜 빡세네. 내가 이때 형 호석이 이때 내가 좀 많이 나가죠. 약간. 그렇죠. 야 무릎 조심해. 점프인데 몸은 뒤에 있는데. Just think about your legs. 반대로. 그렇죠. 앞뒤.
It'd be dope if Jimin come out with like his own like where he owns like a some type of dance like some type of dancing group, gets him like a building built or something, like dancing lessons and stuff.
박자만 생각해줘도
Rain be pouring, sky keep pouring, every 남자를 정신 안 차리려. 혼자서 그 틈을에서 안 보이려고 막. 이걸로 확실히 짚고 가는데 꿈치가 잡히면 안 되고 앞꿈치로만 해야 돼. 그래 빨리 가지. 진짜 어떡하지? 차라리 저를 퍼드팀에 넣어볼게요. 정리 알아서 다 해줄게요.
Even though he is a perfectionist, contrary to a lot of introduction videos, Jimin actually doesn't mind his mistakes and they don't linger in his mind for long. Not wanting only that to be broadcasted about him is only understandable.
걱정하실 것 같은데 걱정해서 좀 더 민망했어요. 아니 그러니까 너무 걱정 마세요. 저 딴 생각도 안 하고 쓸데없는 생각도 안 하니까 그런 생각 안 하셔도 돼요. 저도 뭐 커가고 있지 않습니까, 여러분? 그러니까 너무 걱정하지 마시고.
Also worth mentioning is that Jimin suffers from chronic neck and back pain, as seen in one of the BTS documentaries. He also has chronic pain in his knee that flares up once in a while, which is hard to believe because Jimin does a great job as a main dancer and lead vocal, flipping, jumping, carrying the hard choreo all while singing. With his talent, standing out and being the center of attention comes naturally to Jimin throughout his career. He has unintentionally made several killing parts in BTS songs and has had popular stages, such as 2014 iconic Mama stage, 2015 the one with the orange hair, the 333 guy, the 424 guy. There is no surprise why a lot of critics anticipate his solo stages at award ceremonies every year. More on Jimin's beginnings and more detailed information about his dance you can find in these videos. Jimin is known for his beautiful honey-smooth vocals and his ability to make you feel every emotion and feeling that he is trying to convey, as well as his ability to sing high notes and falsettos effortlessly.
Let's hear it. One of my favorite songs right here. Oh, that was the who? Oh, I forget who made that song. Was it? It was P Diddy and I can't forget. I can't think. Kelly? No. Oh no, y'all let me know in the comment section. That is my song.
뭐 태영이나 정국이가 보컬 레슨을 받을 때 저 들어가서 구경해도 돼요 하면서 들어가서
W Inspirational Jimin.
그때 들었던 거를 혼자 새벽에 나와서 연습하고 했었던 거예요.
Because Jimin didn't get any vocal lessons while he was a trainee and practiced on his own. His first real voice practice was for B-side track in their debut album. Even in the very beginning, when he had little to none vocal training, he was assigned to sing most of the high notes and he did it flawlessly.
There you go. That boy cold, boy.
As much as we love his high vocal tone, we also love his lower register and growls.
You gotta love us some aggressive Jimin, you know? That raspy. Hey! Oh, snap, Jimin, don't fall off the stage.
Memorable mention to this Jimin who has to sing with a smooth and stable voice after a full-on choreo.
Let's talk about ways to lower
Jimin, what you're not gonna do
I've got 5 compounds that help do this.
is stare at me and sing like that. That's what we not finna do. Not tonight.
Kim Youngdae,
Not tonight.
who is a music critic and a member of Korean Music Awards Committee, has said that when BTS is regarded as a sound, Jimin's voice is one of the most important auditory elements that make up the fingerprint and impression of the sound.
항상 키의 상승에 가장 결정적인 역할을 사실 지민 씨의 그런 음역이 아니면 저희 노래가 살지 않을 거예요.
But that way. Bring inspiration, Jim. Good. Inspirational.
같은 경우도
Inspirational, Jimin.
목소리 톤을 가지고 있는 가수가 잘 없거든요.
Jiminy.
그 점에서 굉장히 매력이 있다고 생각을 해요.
제가 생각할 때 이번 메브 오브 더 소울 7이 만약에 게임이라고 가정을 한다면 슈퍼 하드 캐리라는 건 지민의 목소리라고 생각을 합니다. 이번 앨범 속의 필터라는 노래와 프렌드라는 노래의 지민의 목소리는 시작부터 듣는 사람을 완벽하게 집중하게 시켜주는 힘이 실려 있습니다. 생각이 들어서이기도 합니다. 혹은 유명 아티스트와 피처링을 했을 때도 굉장한 작품이 나올 수 있는 그런 아티스트가 또 지민이라는 생각이 들었기 때문입니다. 이렇게 유명해지고 그런 이제 유니크한 보이스를 갖고 있는 만큼 세계 시장에서 러브콜을 받을 가능성이 굉장히 많다. 저는 이렇게도 생각을 하고 있습니다. 충분히 가능성이 있는 얘기예요.
킬링 파트라고 생각을 하는데 이거를 지민 씨가 불러서 저는 훨씬 더 이게 올라갔다고 생각해요. 그 부분이 이제 분위기가. 왜냐면은 지민 씨 음색이 예술이잖아.
그쵸, 잘 어울리고요. 그 킬링 파트가 진짜 이 대중 상업 음악의 아주 꽃이에요, 사실.
그러니까 지민의 보이스가 워낙에 유니크하고 유니섹스한 보이스잖아요. 정말.
Can I say he makes this whole song. His voice, I think, is so incredible. He's got that high Michael Jackson sound and just incredible. Like, he just has that light.
I agree. Michael Jackson, yes.
Just super. It's almost like this.
I think I even say that in one of my videos.
Layers of a layer cake, and it's just stunning. It's just a really unique voice. I've been teaching voice for almost 30 years, and it's pretty rare to have those guys with these beautifully light voices.
I think that's really
I
good
agree,
singing.
Auntie.
I think it's super healthy singing. It's repeatable. Everything I've heard from him is great. I stand this guy now.
Holy shit. Michael fucking Jackson. Listen to those clear vocals. Oh.
만 좀 뽑을 수 있을까요? 저는 BTS 중에서도 그 지민 친구가 노래의 음색도 특별한 부분이 있고 가사를 어떻게 불렀을 때 대중들이 공감을 할 수 있는지에 대한 포인트를 굉장히 잘 알고 있는 그러니까 센스가 조금 남다른 친구라고 생각이 들고 카메라를 보는 시선이나 춤이나 노래에 있어서도 어떤 호흡 조절을 할 때
That'd be the best and worst part.
열광하는 포인트를 좀 잘 알고 있지 않나 그런
Facts. So what is this? Other people are singing Jimin part or Jimin song or whatever? You can definitely tell when Jimin is, when somebody else is singing, it's not Jimin.
Outside of this association, BMI has also credited Jimin as a songwriter and a composer of Dream Glow, the song that was actually planned to be a Jimin solo song. But there are also a lot of instances where Jimin isn't officially credited, like for the melody of Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
지민이는 목소리가 되게 좋아요. 맞아요. 매력적이죠. 지민이도 멜로디 잘 씁니다.
They talking like he's not sitting right there.
Outside of official credits, Jimin's actual first song that he wrote was Christmas Day. The original song is Mistletoe by Justin Bieber. Jimin wrote new Korean lyrics and recorded the new Korean version.
Now that would be a dope ass collab if it hasn't happened already. Justin Bieber, bro, what? That is breaking YouTube streaming all platform numbers. Then I don't know. If they didn't have a collab art, that would be that'd be crazy. We need to make that happen. If it haven't happened already.
Under BTS name Jimin together with JK also collaborated with singer Love in a song Who.
When the morning comes, you're still in my bed. But it's so
Jimin just making all the American songs just sound better than the original version. That's inspirational.
Jimin and JK have also covered Charlie Puth's We Don't Talk Anymore.
What's some other songs Jimin's remastered? I still gotta do some homework. Yeah.
On the
I do
album
remember
where
that
all
song.
of the BTS members were included in the production, Jimin took on the role of music project manager.
이제 제가 지금 PM으로서 할 수 있는 일이 멤버들이 어떻게 작업을 하고 싶은지, 어떤 내용으로 하고 싶은지, 몇 곡을 하고 싶은지, 어떤 스타일의 곡을 하고 싶은지, 구성은 어떻게 하고 싶은지, 어떤 멤버가 잘 어울릴 것 같은지, 막 이런 내용들을 정리해서 회사랑 이렇게 커뮤니케이션을 하면 될 것 같아요.
Man, it's something else, isn't he? Solo
I
songs
do
under
also want to
BTS.
talk about Jimin's solo songs under BTS, and the power that Jimin's voice and pen game can do. Keep in mind the impact and achievements I'm about to mention don't even scratch the surface. Under the group's name, Jimin's first solo song Lie, in which Jimin was credited as a songwriter and a composer, at the time was the only solo song from Wing's album to rank on Inkigyo chart. It was highest ranking solo song on Melon Music chart. It was also the only solo song and B-side that charted Spotify Global Viral 50. Also, while Blood, Sweat and Tears ranked #1 on World Digital Song Sales chart, Lie ranked #3 and became the best-selling solo song in Wing's album. Jimin's second solo song under BTS was Serendipity, which
Well, I
was
love
released in 2 parts,
Serendipity,
intro
boy.
and
Oh
full.
my God.
This song, while also being a successful solo
This what
song,
made me
has had
fall
the
in love
wonderful
with
ability
Jimin.
to calm crying
This song
babies.
right here. No way.
Filter was Jimin's third solo song under BTS name. As stated by RM, even though there are no credits, Jimin did participate in the song's writing. Right now, Filter is breaking records as the fastest Korean B-side and Korean solo song to reach certain streaming numbers on Spotify. Filter also was featured in Spotify's Rap Top K-pop Tracks playlist for the 3rd year in a row. Filter is also the first BTS solo song to be nominated for the Song of the Year at the Gaon Music Awards. From the same album as Filter, the song Friends was a unit song Jimin sang with V of BTS. This song was written, composed, and produced by Jimin as it was meant to be a solo song first. With a touch of Jimin's magical hands, this was the only song produced by a BTS member to be nominated for Song of the Year at Gaon Awards. This made Jimin the only BTS member to have 2 songs nominated for this award in 2020. With this song, Jimin was the first individual Korean idol to be credited for a Korean OST in a global Hollywood movie, as the song Friends was chosen as one of the OSTs in the Marvel movie Etiquette.
That I didn't know.
And the song that he produced and all of his solo songs are in the Rolling Stone list of the 100 best BTS songs. Promise was the first gift from Jimin to the fans. A surprise drop uploaded on SoundCloud broke the first 24-hour release record with 8.5 million streams, breaking at the time Drake's 24-hour.
I didn't know SoundCloud still existed.
Right
Shit.
now, Promise is in the Guinness World Record book as the most streamed song in SoundCloud history, and in the first 24 hours. Christmas Love was another gift for the fans, released on SoundCloud and YouTube. This song holds the record for the most streamed Korean solo song audio in the first 24 hours since its release on YouTube with 9.6 million streams. The Korean media ate this right up, because right after its release it was already being featured as a background sound in news and a lot of shows. In 2022 we officially got soloist Jimin with a song under his own name, in collaboration with his best friend Ha Sun-woon. They sang the main OST With You for K-drama Our Blues. With You broke the record for the fastest song in history to reach #1 in 100 countries on iTunes. Jimin did it in only 4 hours, breaking the previous record held by Dynamite. With You was also nominated in 3 major Korean award shows in the Best OST category. It was also nominated for Song of the Year at the 2022 Mama Awards. With You is the 10th most streamed K-pop song globally on Spotify, and the 2nd on Spotify South Korea. This made Jimin the 7th most streamed K-pop male solo artist globally, with only 1 song and with the shortest streaming period.
감성적이긴 한 것 같아. 제 주변에 다정한 사람이 있어요. 지민이라는 친구가 진짜 다정한데 보면서 좀 배워요. 막 배우게 되더라고요. 뭐 사소한 거 하나.
Right before Jimin's
How can you
official
not?
solo debut in 2023, we got his second collaboration, this time with the K-pop group's Big Bang member Taeyong. The song Vibe was highly anticipated. Fans and the general public in Korea were talking about it. So even before it came out, it managed to have the highest debut on the Billboard Hot Trending Songs daily and weekly chart. Jimin also participated in co-composing this song, which gave the song that much more of a good look. Vibe debuted on the Billboard Hot 100 at 76. This was Jimin's and Taeyong's first time debuting on this chart under their own names. This was also Jimin's first time debuting on this chart as a composer. Vibe was also the highest debut on Melon Daily chart by a BTS member since the chart reform.
그래서 진짜 바이브라는 그 테마와 너무 잘 맞게 어떻게 보면은 저랑 굉장히 비슷한 생각들을 하고 또 굉장히 비슷한 결이 많다라는 걸 제가 이렇게 느낀 것 같아요. 저보다도 훨씬 더 열정적이고 그리고 그 열정을 보면서 저도 자극을 너무 많이 받았고요. 그래서 이번 작업을 같이 하면서 제가 사실 배운 게 너무 많습니다. 오랜만에 이런 걸 본 것 같아서 너무 좋았던 것 같아요.
Hope we get more features in the future. Kind of a tongue twister.
이후로 K-팝 시장에 약간 주춤하는 것 같은 그러한 느낌이 들고 있습니다.
No.
이번에 BTS 출신 지민의 솔로 활동으로도 K-팝의 인기 명맥이 유지가 될 것 같습니까?
네. 지난까지 이제 BTS의 활동이 주춤하다. 그리고 또 K-팝은 어떻게 될 것인가. 이런 우려 목소리가 좀 높아지고 있죠.
Wait, he was on the phone, Jimmy?
평생 그 미소년의 그룹으로 평생 남을 수가 있는 건 아니기 때문에 그렇죠.
네.
만약에 이번 솔로 발표를 하는 지민이 큰 성공을 거두게 된다면 아마 지민 개인의 영예를 넘어서서 K-팝의 새로운 모델 가능성에 대한 평가도 될 것 같아서 다시 한번 K-팝을 주목하게 되는 그런 계기가 되지 않을까 싶습니다.
At the end of March 2023, we also got the long-awaited Jimin solo EP Face, where Jimin was heavily involved in the production, and of course the overall vision. Jimin was credited as a writer on 5 of the 6 tracks and the hidden track. He also had guitar and keyboard credits on 2 songs. And just like any other Jimin music, this album performed extremely well. The pre-release single Set Me Free Part 2 was the fastest solo song to reach 100 number ones on iTunes worldwide. It also set the record as the biggest 2023 solo song debut by a K-pop act on Melon. It also had the highest debut for a Korean solo song on Spotify Global as well as US, UK, and Korea in history. After 10 years, this was also the highest debut song by a K-soloist on the UK Big Top 40 chart. This song also had a major success in Japan as Jimin became the first Korean soloist to reach number 1 on both weekly and daily Oricon singles chart. No other Korean soloist has achieved this since this chart was first established in 1968. Set Me Free also debuted at
1960? I wasn't even born, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you in the comment section wasn't born either. 19, bro, I can't imagine what was K-pop or like what? 1960? Was there any K-pop group around at that time? Shit.
Number 30 on Billboard's Hot 100 chart. He joined Psy as the only Korean soloist to chart a solo song within the top 30. Set Me Free also debuted number 5 and number 8 on Billboard's Global excluding US chart and Global 200 chart.
Wow.
Set Me Free also debuted number 1 on Digital Songs sales chart with the biggest debut sales week of 2023. After Set Me Free,
who was
finally the main track Like Crazy was released in Japan as Jimin became the first Korean soloist to reach number 1 on both weekly and daily Oricon singles chart. No other Korean soloist has achieved this since this chart was first established in 1968. Set Me Free also debuted at number 30 on Billboard's Hot 100 chart. He joined Psy as the only Korean soloist to chart a solo song within the top 30. Set Me Free also debuted number 5 and number 8.
Miley Cyrus, Flowers, Shakira, Weekend, Ariana Grande. Oh. Wow.
On Billboard's Global excluding US chart and Global 200 chart.
Wow.
Set Me Free also debuted number 1 on Digital Songs sales chart with the biggest debut sales week of 2023. After Set Me Free, finally the main track Like Crazy was released. This song broke the record for the biggest debut for a solo song by a K-pop act in Spotify Global history. It was also the highest charting song by a K-pop soloist in Spotify US history. Like Crazy also entered the top 5 Spotify US chart. the first and only K-pop soloist in the chart's history to do this. Jimin was also the only Korean soloist in history with 2 entries debuting inside the top 10 of the UK Big Top 40, both at 4th place. Jimin also made history when he was the first Korean soloist and second Asian soloist to chart number 1 on Spotify's global song chart. He joined groups BTS and Blackpink as the only Koreans to do it. Jimin also made history when Like Crazy debuted on the Billboard Hot 100 chart at number 1. He was the very first Asian soloist to debut straight at number 1. Like Crazy also debuted number 2 on Billboard's Global 200 chart. Overall, all of the album songs debuted on Spotify Global. Jimin was the first K-pop soloist to ever chart multiple songs in the top 10 of Spotify Global Daily Chart simultaneously. All of the album songs also debuted on the Billboard 200 chart. Rolling Stone, Billboard, and Consequence
I didn't even
also
know Like
named
Crazy
Like Crazy
did
as
those
one
type
the
of.
best
I
songs
thought.
released in 2023
Wait,
so
what?
far. Face by Jimin earned the biggest sales debut for a Korean album by
So
a
Like
soloist
Crazy
in
is his.
Japan's history on the weekly album chart with 225,000 copies sold. Jimin's album also had the biggest debut by a K-pop act on the Spotify global charts in 2023. With Face album, Jimin also became the first solo artist to reach 1 million first-day album sales on Hanteo chart because of the platform trying to manipulate Jimin's sales. He is actually the first artist to reach 1 million first-day sales 3 times in the first release day. Congrats, King. After this, HYBE's 2023 first quarter operating profit increased by 41.5% to 52.5 billion won. Jimin was highlighted as one of the biggest contributors. Face by Jimin was also the best-selling album by soloists in history on Circle album chart with 1.35 million sales. Jimin became the fastest million-seller act as a soloist. Jimin also got the Konka album certification on the Circle chart for selling million and platinum albums. Face also debuted number 2 on the Billboard 200 chart with 164,000 units sold. This is the biggest debut and highest charting album by a Korean soloist in the chart's history. Jimin also received the Melancholy Millions album plaque by having almost 3 million streams in the first 24 hours on Melon. Jimin is also the first and only Korean soloist to have 4 solo songs with over 500,000 units sold in the US. All of these songs are now eligible for gold certification. Jimin is also always in the top 10 of Spotify Daily South Korea chart with multiple.
Over 500K sold in the US. I don't know how much the album is. I don't know how much the album is, but bro, if you just do the math on, just say that, I don't know how much it is, but just say that the album is like 12, 14, 13 something dollars. And you got over 500,000. My phone's not charged, but bro, I don't even want to think about the math on that.
Songs, which is really amazing because Koreans tend to only love girl groups. And now Jimin. Jimin is the first K soloist in history to reach number 1 on the Billboard Artist 100 chart. He is also the K soloist to spend the longest on Spotify's Daily Top Artists global chart. Jimin also broke the record for the biggest streaming year by a K-pop soloist in Spotify history with 1 billion streams. He did it only in 6 months. Jimin is the fastest K-pop soloist to surpass 1.6 billion streams on Spotify Pearly with his solo credits, a new record in the Guinness World Record book. With his solo songs under the BTS name, he already has 2.8 billion streams under his belt. And right now, Face is already the most streamed album by a Korean artist. To know more about Jimin's ideas and theory behind Face, you can watch this video and Jimin's new docu-series on this topic. After the great success of his solo album, Jimin was chosen by Universal Studios as one of the artists featured on a soundtrack for the movie Fast and Furious 10. He was a part of the main OST Angel Part 1, which makes him the only Korean soloist to have 2 OSTs featured in Hollywood movie. This song debuted number 65 on the Billboard 100 chart, which now makes Jimin the fastest Asian artist to have 4 songs on this chart, only in 4 months. Jimin also set the record as the first and only Korean soloist to have 2 songs chart multiple weeks on the Billboard Hot 100 chart in the last decade. He also had the most entries by a Korean soloist on the UK single and download charts. Just think about it, Jimin is surpassing other soloists and groups in Korea and internationally without the industry's help. Now how far would he succeed with the help of radio, playlisting, and good promo? Not to mention the shady tactics that YouTube, Spotify, Billboard, and Korean charts pull to slow him down. It's definitely really valuable for other artists to see Jimin succeeding as an Asian artist in the Western music market without selling his soul to the industry just be relevant only on payola. I'm a singer, but I'm also a listener, and I receive positive energy and comfort from music. Just like other artists, music has affected how I think and given me strength. I hope people can feel what I feel and resonate with my music. That's what drives me to keep making music.
There's nothing more powerful than
Hey, you know,
making your thing happen. Doing business on your
I mean, we ain't
terms,
gonna talk about it, but we all know that
loving what you do. Every single
not only
day.
just Jimin, but BTS deserve one of those darn Grammys.
사실 뭐 노래나 앨범 만들 때 가장
That's another topic for another day.
즐거운 게 가장 좋은 건데 사실 뭐 이번이 처음이잖아요, 여러분들. 그래서 기대해 주시는 건 좋지만 더 그러니까 여기서 안 그치고 더 성장하는 모습을 또 보여드리고 싶으니까요. 아마 많이 부족할 거예요. 근데 제가 진짜 성장해 보일게요. 내부적으로도 이제 피디님들이랑 좀 이런저런 곡들도 만들어 보고 또 외부 작곡가도 만나서 만들어 보고 여러 가지 시도와 도전을 계속 해보고 있는 중이고요. 조금 계속해서 조금 구체적으로 다가가려고 노력하고 있는 중인 것 같아요. 그래서 뭔가 그동안 뭘 하고 있었고 했는지 저도 빨리 여러분들한테 보여드리고 싶은데 제가 아무것도 안 하고 가만히 있겠습니까? 일 안 하면 이 힘든 성격을 가진 제가
As you can see, Jimin is interested in making music, is really invested in its creation process, and we can definitely see that everything he touches turns into gold. His first EP,
Literally,
Jimin
platinum.
experimented with different genres and explored his skills. With this, he showed that he has the range as an artist to have a long and successful career. More about Jimin as the lead vocalist of BTS, and everything about and around Jimin's involvement in music in these videos.
The next one is...
Yes, a wonderful guy. Who's Jimin?
How did you get it right?
Come on, girl. We all know who Jimmy is.
Everybody has to know his name.
Jimin is the first and only Korean to receive 3 national honors. They are James Van Fleet Award, Presidential Award for Popular Culture, and Arts category. Both honors were received with the rest of BTS members. The third award is the Plaque of Appreciation from the Kim Bik-bong Fan Dance Preservation Society of Intangible Cultural Heritage for his Mama 2018 fan dance stage. Also with the rest of the BTS members, he now is a presidential envoy. And at the start of 2022, Jimin also received an honorary diploma from the Busan High School of Arts.
What?
In Korea, there are a couple of official rankings stating idols or celebrities' overall impact and brand power, such as Brand Reputation ranking, in which Jimin has a record of being number 1 for 35 consecutive months. Jimin also tends to bring up the BTS
35 days,
positivity
35
ratio
months.
in the group reputation ranking. There is also a Gallup ranking for idols. In 2018, Jimin became the first male idol to ever take first place in the Gallup rankings. Jimin also topped the ranking for the preferred Korean idols in 2019. Because of jealous individuals, Gallup decided to stop this particular idol ranking. Thus, Jimin became the first and last idol in history to occupy first place for 2 consecutive years. Armed with unique vocals, unrivaled choreography, and a performance that astonishes everyone, Jimin also serves as a fashion icon. The fashion king Jimin seems to be grabbing attention from various people and brands in fashion. In 2019, when Saint Laurent couldn't reach big hit, they contacted a Jimin fan site to ask permission to post one of his photos at their headquarters in Paris and Asia. When the news was out that BTS will be walking the LV fashion show and a teaser was released, LV Men's artistic director Virgil Abloh shared a video of Jimin from the said teaser. Input Mag mentioned Jimin's opening look, saying that Jimin, widely considered the most fashionable of the band members, opens the show in a light marbled suit and gold sunglasses. He was also mentioned by Vogue, claiming that those engraved wraparound logo shades never looked as cool as they do on Jimin. After the show, Jimin got a new nickname, LV's frontman. Jimin is the only member of BTS and the second male idol ever to be a part of business of fashion, where those who are global icons that shape the global fashion industry only get to be a part of. At the start of 2023, we also got Jimin's W Korea issue with a total of 6 covers, the highest the magazine has ever done. Also, W Korea magazine went out of their usual way of only selling the magazines on Korean platforms. This time, they officially released it through their Amazon and eBay profiles for international fans. And they clearly knew what they were doing Right after the announcement, the pre-sale on every platform was sold out and all of the magazine covers were in the real-time, daily, weekly, and monthly best-selling lists. And just counting 2 Korean platforms, this one magazine issue surpassed over 1 million sales index, the first time in W Korea's 17-year-old history. Not to mention that this was a sponsored photo shoot by Dior, the same Dior that actually pitched the idea of Jimin to business of fashion back in 2019. I bet a lot of brands were really happy about the group's decision to finally allow the members' solo activity. That's why as soon as BTS released their plans to focus more on solo projects, Dior was the first to snatch Jimin up. Looks like Versace, Valentino, Marc Jacobs, and Givenchy were a tad bit too late. Hopefully Donatella isn't experiencing that big of a heartbreak. It's nice that she is still liking Jimin's posts on Dior's Instagram even though she isn't even following them. Dior is certainly happy. Jimin is their first Asian male to ever be Dior's global brand ambassador. Following the news about this partnership, Dior's stock price peaked at the highest they have ever been in Dior's entire history of 31 years of being on the stock market. The news about Jimin being their global ambassador also was discussed all over the financial media. Jimin was also the name on everyone's lips in this year's Paris Fashion Week. When attending Dior's show, Jimin drew in the largest crowd the Dior has ever seen and also the largest crowd that the Fashion Week as a whole has ever seen. After Jimin's appearance at this event, Dior's earned media value rose by 370%, which was twice as much as Dior's closest competitor Yves Saint Laurent. Another brand who managed to snatch Jimin up was Tiffany & Co. In March, they announced Jimin as their new global house ambassador, naming Jimin as a pop icon representing the 21st century. Not to mention that this it boy is so sought after that his one photo shoot with Dior was then used not only for the cover of W Korea, but also Da Man Indonesia, Esquire Taiwan, Elle Hong Kong, and Elle Vietnam, Bazaar Men Thailand, Elle Officiel Homs Malaysia, and Singapore. Not to mention Jimin's Vogue Korea covers and AERA Japan covers were also immediately the best sellers on all official sites. A fine example why Jimin stays #1 in the brand reputation ranking. Jimin's impact continues with his power to sell out anything he is associated with. Some of the things include various magazines with Jimin's front cover, clothes, jewelry and accessories, merchandise, food and drinks. Jimin has also been a muse for various artists. One of them is a Korean artist, Lee K. He even has a highlight on his Instagram called Muse dedicated to Jimin's paintings. In 2022, Jimin's painting by Lee K was even displayed at exhibition at the Carousel du Louvre and it attracted more than 10,000 visitors. There have also been people from the movie industry interested in Jimin. One of them is an American film director, producer, and photographer Gus Van Sant. In an interview, he has expressed his interest in working with Jimin, saying that Jimin is a person that has that kind of peaceful thing about them that I like. Even a famous Korean actor, Kim Kap-soo, made a Weverse fan account so he could write a message to Jimin. Writing, Jimina, do you remember me? We greeted each other at the restaurant when you were with your mother. It's embarrassing, but I'm in Army too. I registered today. Always stay healthy. Congratulations. And most recently, Jimin was name-dropped in relation to the new Barbie movie. Ryan Gosling, or Ken, gave Jimin a guitar as a gift because he stole one of Jimin's looks, and that is not a real Ken thing to do. Even when Jimin is out of the public eye, Hollywood still manages to mention him. The media also like to refer to Jimin as a frontman. This comes from Jimin's brand power, and the fact that, even if you don't know about K-pop, you probably have heard about Jimin.
혹시 그럼 좋아하는 멤버가 있어요? 개인적으로?
Jimin.
지민?
지민 왜 좋아하세요?
귀여운 것 같아요. 지민.
지민이요.
귀 아니야?
지민이야.
지민.
지민이 춤선 못 봤냐?
귀가 제일.
아니야.
지민이요?
춤을 너무 잘 춰서 저 남잔데 반해버렸어요.
Hey, at least he admitted it, man. Hey.
공부할 때 춤이랑 노래도 잘 불러. 피땀 눈물 뮤비 첫 장면에서 노래를 딱 시작하는 그 목소리의 피자가 너무 섹시했어요. 뭔가 귀여워서 뭔가 팬 아니어도 약간 보게 되는 그런 매력을 가지고 있어서.
She said his eyes like a cat. Oh, you got it, sis.
잘 모르겠어요. 제가 아이돌에 관심이 잘 없어서. 아, 지민. 네.
지민 B.
김남준. 네, 슈가? 지민 B.
슈가.
잘 모르는 것 같아요.
네,
그
지민 B.
랩몬스터.
한 명밖에 모르는 것 같아요. 지민?
중에서 누가 제일 잘생긴 것 같아요?
지민?
지민.
네.
지민 왜 뽑으셨나요?
아는 사람 얼굴이 그 지민밖에 없어요.
Wow. This is crazy.
지민이 좀 잘생긴 것 같아요, 너. 네, 지민.
What would you
So
say
that-
is the best thing about the concert?
So there's people out here really only know Jimin and nobody else. Like, ain't bro, what?
Jimin from K-pop.
Trying so hard not to believe that.
Jimin from BTS.
People know these celebrities.
Yes, I work for Dior and we dressed them for their concert. And I work for Billboard and they all came to our office and did a takeover.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
Jimin is like a character.
I love his style.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
God, man, this man Jimin, man.
여자분들이 이 멤버를 정말 사랑합니다. 우리 지민 씨. 아니 정말 폭발적이에요. 그 외국 여자분들도 막 너무 귀엽다고 난리가 나는 멤버인데 실제로 보도 그렇게 귀엽나요?
처음에 그 뭐랄까 애교살이 정말 많아요. 진짜. 그래서 저도 이제 제 여자친구랑 주변 인분들한테 물어보면 제가 일하는 부장님이나 과장님들도 자기가 이제 가장 먼저 좋아하게 된 게 지민이라고 해요. 지민이를 먼저 좋아하게 돼서 방탄을 좋아하고 그 다음에 이제 다른 멤버들한테도 이제 또 마음이 가는 약간 이런 루트를 다들 타고 계시더라고요.
네, 아니 정말 그 많은 사랑을 받고 계시더라고요.
나 눈 마주치고 방금 알아봤어. 눈 마주치고 알아봤어요 방금. 진짜? 네. 대박이죠. 지민! 아까 그 소리가 지민이 너야? 근데 아미 여러분들은 저희 눈만 봐도 바로 알아봐요. 아니걸 나는 기사님인 줄 알았을걸?
Some examples to back up his titles can be when Global Big Data Research Institute ranked the then latest mobile models of 3 companies, and the Samsung Galaxy S20 had ranked number 1 on the survey. With the latest release in marketing effects, it was mentioned by the Institute that the advertisement with BTS Jimin also seems to have had a big impact. Jimin has also increased the world interest toward tteokbokki after his visit to a local tteokbokki street stall, with sales increasing by 25% instantly. Jimin was mentioned in a report that talked about a tteokbokki brand selling
Jimin out here
and the boom of Korea's
making
processed
food
rice
famous?
exports. The same thing happened with a ramen
Holy
brand.
shit.
Media reported that Jimin boosted the sales of Samyang ramen by 158% in the US and 33% in China, also proving his strong marketing power. Vice Chairman Kim Young-soo of Samyang Food has already
gotta go buy
thanked
these
Jimin
noodles.
for greatly affecting the sales of spicy chicken ramen on SBS Food Talk, saying, Jimin uploaded footage of himself eating our buldak ramen, which thanks to him is seeing great commercial impact. Samyang Food also sent presents to BTS members. The message on Jimin's ribbon said, "Thanks to Jimin, we've built a new factory in Mulyong." Jimin was also mentioned in talk show Free 19 when discussing the worldwide spread of the Yuja tea, saying, Yuja tea became a hot topic across the world after Jimin posted about it, generating an 100% interest on Google Trends.
한국식 표기 유자라고 쓰여진 제품을 구매 인증 사진을 업로드하는 등 BTS 지민 씨의 소소한 일상이 유즈가 아닌 유자를
Jimin, please hop on Call of Duty.
발휘했다고 합니다.
And not only did Jimin top the Billboard Hot 100 as the first Korean soloist in history, he also once again helped a whole industry. News reported that the stock price of the entertainment industry rose following news of BTS Jimin topping Billboard Hot 100 for the first time as a K-solo. The media reported that not only Jimin raised HYBE shares up to 23.6% that month, but his influence also had the ripple effect of other major entertainment companies. SM saw a 13.2% rise, YG 11.3%, and JYP 9.8%. The 2021 Big Data Utilization Hallyu Market Research Report published by the Korean Foundation for International and Cultural Exchange also showed Jimin's boy impact as he was the most mentioned topic under K-pop, K-variety, and K-food. The size of the circle indicates the amount of mentions, while the connecting line shows keyword relational strength. As you can see in the K-pop image, Jimin is more often mentioned individually with K-pop, alone from his BTS status. Jimin has also been a hot topic amongst non-K-pop fans since the very beginning. If you didn't know K-pop, you probably heard about Jimin. That's why his name was on the trending topic even in 2014 when BTS were still rookies. All the commotion about Jimin could be best seen on Twitter. Even right from the very beginning in 2013, a lot of users were tweeting about Jimin being very popular and that he will most definitely have a bright career. A lot of them were already then wishing for a Jimin solo song.
Yeah.
Another thing we witnessed on Twitter was former South Korea's President Moon liking a Jimin Serendipity performance clip. Every time BTS performed or attended any award shows, especially in America, "Who is he?" would always be trending, and a lot of locals would be interested to get to know more about Jimin. Some of the examples could be BTS SNL performance, BTS American Music Awards red carpet appearance, or BTS performing on America's Got Talent. Even a lot of his fan cams from concerts of him looking beautiful go viral. Korea's frontman Jimin is also the face of tourism. He contributes to the economy with his influence as a world-renowned artist. Jimin is drawing attention by being used to promote tourism in Busan and Seoul. Even his birthday projects help to boost the local economy, as all of the birthday projects are usually visited by large groups of people, and businesses around the events get revitalized. We all know that Jimin's birthday celebrations in the month of October are like a big festival. A lot of local shops and cafes usually thank Jimin's fans for helping their business bloom at this time. Jimin's economic impact is also recognized by the cities themselves, allowing Jimin's dedicated fan bases to go through with projects that they wouldn't allow for others. One of Jimin's biggest celebration projects was a Jimin's themed airplane. The Jimin-themed airplane was the first Idol's collaboration with Jet
airplane
consisting of the entire aircraft wrapping, flight ticket, and in-flight cup set for 3 months. And it looks like that for this year's BTS Festa, one of Big Hit's projects was also inspired by this specific Jimin fan base project. We also got to find out that LV frontman Jimin was the reason that BTS became LV's ambassadors. A hint, it was because of his sold-out brand power. On BTS off time, Jimin went to Jeju Islands. After posting a couple of pictures on his new personal Instagram profile, the tourism in places where he visited flourished. He even got his own photo zone, and you could receive gift vouchers if you took photos at this zone. Jeju also jumped from 19th to 2nd place on city brand reputation in Korea, just behind Seoul. Even almost a year later, there's still a huge queue of people that want to recreate Jimin's photos, as there now is an official Jimin tour on the island.
Wow.
이거 넘어가겠는데? 해봐. 아이 괜찮아. 안 넘어가. 진짜. 하나, 둘, 셋. 해봐. 하나, 둘, 셋. 어씨. 근데 좀 무서워가지고. 대훈아, 누구랑 쓸 줄 알아? 태어나서 한 번도 안 돼. 몸이 이래가지고. 동료들은 믿기 때문에 가는 거야. 하나, 둘, 셋. 자, 힘.
What in the hell this man trying to...
다리 옆으로. 다리 이렇게 하고.
Similar thing happened when Jimin posted his individual video on BTS YouTube channel, where he chose to make bracelets in his free time. After the video went live, the bracelet making shop posted on Instagram thanking fans for the big interest and support, and for booking all of the available classes. Jimin's face of K-pop and BTS streak continues, with Korean news singling out Jimin's parts when reporting about BTS concerts, press conferences, or other news about the group. Sometimes it's even a little funny how desperate they look for any Jimin content, as they edit together Jimin's fansite filmed videos and official hype footage just to show center Jimin or Jimin's parts.
Web design, e-commerce, online advertising, SEO, and more. Web.com. One stop.
Yeah, y'all heard what he said.
Quick hydration for not so quick travel days. Liquid IV, real hydrating.
Other rightful titles that Jimin has earned all throughout his career are Stage Commander and Stage Genius, Dance King, Rookie's Bible, and Idol of Idols. Jimin's solo performances are called the rite of passage, as many rookie and junior idols try to cover them, and Jimin is referred to as Rookie's or Idol's Bible, as he is a great role model to them due to his personality, dance, stage presence, and other charms. Usually when covering Jimin's songs, idols do the dance and the singing part separately though, and you already know why.
우선 보컬을 먼저 볼까? 그래?
너무 높은데?
When being like Jimin goes wrong.
K-media has also named Jimin as the standard of K-pop. Jimin is Korea's best idol in various ways, including his dancing skills, popularity, brand power, visuals, and singing ability. Therefore, many juniors want to follow in his steps and also become K-pop idols. For example, idols from the group TXT have mentioned Jimin as someone they take inspiration from when performing. With Taehyun, of all the performers I know, I think he's the pinnacle when it comes to that classical style of dance. What would Jimin do? How would he move his head around for this part? I practiced by painting a picture of that in my head. Hyuninkai mentioned Jimin's filter performance. I was wondering how to be expressive for the performance and recently watched Jimin's filter concert performance. I got a lot of inspiration from that performance. Bongjiu praised Jimin's dancing and energy, saying, Jimin dances as if he's gonna break his bones. I want to express the same. Jay from the group in Hypen said in his Weverse interview, I want to dance as if it's a piece of cake even when I'm using every last drop of my energy that I could collapse. When dancing K-pop choreography, my role model is Jimin of BTS. In another Weverse interview, Nikki from Enhypen said, I love the way Jimin dances, so I make it a point to study him very closely. I auditioned with his song Lie, so it was a huge honor to film a TikTok with him, just the two of us. He was so kind and nice. I enjoyed every second of it. New Kids Jinkwon has said, I wanted to show a good performance, so I watched BTS performances. I watched Jimin's fancams hundreds of times all night, thinking how can I do these expressions and details. Kazuha, a professional ballerina and a member from the new Hype girl group Le Seraphim, has mentioned that she auditioned for Hype with the song Dynamite after seeing Jimin perform the song, which made her even more interested in performing.
Not the females looking up to Jimin. What?
I only knew ballet before, but I got interested in K-pop especially because of Jimin from BTS, because he also majored in contemporary dance.
적이 되게 많은데요. 저는 이제 방탄소년단 선배님의 지민 선배님이
지민 씨.
네,
네.
제가 또 무대 너무 진심인데 지민 선배님 무대 하시는 거 보면 진짜 충격을 받거든요. 와, 이렇게 무대를 할 수 있구나. 그래가지고 되게 닮고 싶은 부분 중 하나입니다.
I have a collaboration with BTS because I love their dance style. Especially I love Jimin's style, so I learn from that.
Look at everybody agreeing like, oh yeah, you ain't lying, boy.
데뷔 전부터 BTS 선배님들을 굉장히 좋아했고 또 그중에서 지민 선배님을 굉장히 좋아해서 연습생 때도 많이 영상을 보고 영감을 받고 많이 배웠던 것 같아요, 그분한테.
시험 13일은 지민 선배님의 생일이십니다. 우영아, 내 생일 언제게? 7월 9일. 7월 10일. 뭐라? 7월 10일. 7월 10일. 제 혈관 속 DNA가 말해주고 있어요. 뭐라고요? 제 피 속에 내 왼쪽 속에 아미의 피가 흐른다고요. 방탄소년단의 DNA. 이거 뮤비 나왔을 때 신세계였죠. 지민 선배님의 금발 말이 된다고요. 지민 선배님. 찜니 덕후 우영 씨의 소문 듣고 왔어요. 나 아미예요. 질 수 없어요. 찜니에 대한 사랑. 방탄소년단 사랑에 우영 씨는 한쪽 손목에만 흐르죠. 나는 내 온몸에 아미의 피가 흐른다. 근데 저는 최근에 마마에서 제 바로 옆에 지민 선배님이 앉았습니다.
거울을 보면서 각도나
Keep that guy away from Jimin.
팬분들도
Might be a danger to society.
아미라서 지민 선배님을 정말 많이 좋아하고 정말 많이 카피를 하고 많이 연구를 했는데 아직 많이 부족하지만 진짜 멋있다. 나도 저런 아티스트가 되고 싶다라는 생각을 했던 것 같아요.
In fact, you could see Jimin's impact as the Stan attractor when YouTube.
Man, impact is not even a word.
With Jimin's parts being the majority in BTS videos. Fans went crazy when BTS finally performed their song Run BTS, and of course Jimin's dancing went viral during the concert. Then again after the dance rehearsal was released. And later when other idols were doing the Run BTS challenge, you could see which idols were studying Jimin's dancing with this Jimin-fied head whip only he did at the concert and in the rehearsal video. That's what you call a father of K-pop. Jimin is also the king of fancams. His fake
grandfather
was the
shit.
first K-pop idol fancam to surpass 100 million views and a turning point for other fans to mass stream their idols' fancams. Jimin also has 2 plaques of appreciation for his dance skills. One is the previously mentioned plaque for the 2018 MMA fan dance stage, which Impact is still being talked about. And the other is the MMA 2021 Best Main Dancer Award plaque.
오늘 시상하는 부문은 페이보릿 댄스 아티스트 남자 부문입니다. 그래서 여기에 오기 전에 가수분들의 무대 영상을 찾아보고 왔는데요. 춤선이 예쁘기로 소문난 BTS 지민 씨 보이고요.
지민의 춤을 봤을 때 한마디로 이야기하자면은 자기만의 세상이 있다라고 이야기를 할 수 있겠습니다. 춤을 추면 사람이 돌변하죠. 그리고 사람을 끌어당기는 기질이 있어요. 어떤 안무를 춰도 본인의
No, he don't does it until he does it intentionally.
추는 사람입니다.
We know this for a
자신의
fact.
영역이 확실한 스타일이죠. 지민만의 스타일이 딱 갖추어져 있기 때문에 어느 무대에 서던 간에 가장 돋보이는 댄서가 될 수 있을 겁니다. 지민이 추는 안무를 보시면 굉장히 섬세하고 세심하면서 파워풀하죠. 작은 디테일 하나하나를 다 살리는데 이게 본인이 막 살리려고 살리는 게 아니라 그냥 몸에 배어있는 것 같아요. 그냥 어떤 안무를 익히고 나서 그 안무를 추게 되면 자기 세상에 빠져서 어떻게 추는지도 모르고 추고 있다는 느낌입니다. 스스로가 가진 스타일을 다른 사람이 만들어낸 안무에 적절하게 집어넣을 수 있는 실력을 가진 사람입니다. 아마 지민한테 어떻게 하면 너처럼 춤을 출 수가 있어? 라고 물어본다면 지민은 가르쳐주지 못할 거라고 생각되네요. 지민이 추고 있는 춤은 누구도 흉내낼 수가 없는 지민만이 출 수 있는 춤이라는
Only he can do it.
만들어낼 수 없는 하나의 예술작품 같은 스타일의 춤입니다.
Yeah, when you're that great, it's hard to be imitated. That's definitely a fact. Like I watch basketball, and a lot of basketball players from back in the day, in the times where I wasn't born, but a lot of players from back in the day that were so skilled that
revenue stream business is something I've
like
always aimed to do.
certain guys' moves just can't be. It just can't. You know what I'm saying? You pick it up when I'm putting it down. He's so light.
지금 지민님이 하시고 있는 테크닉이 사실 무용을 전공한 애들도 못하는 테크닉인데 아직 몸에 가지고 계신가 코어를? 그렇게 뗄 수 있어?
Nope.
나도 못해.
Nope.
모든 장르를 잘 하시는 느낌이에요. 지민님은 딱 무용한 거 티 나시는. 지민님은 무용이라고 딱 가져오시면 정말 무용 같고 현역 같고 그런 느낌이 있어요.
그때 지민님이 쩌러를 춤을 추는 걸 처음 보고 와, 저 사람 뭐지? 왜 이렇게 춤을 잘 추지?라고 느꼈었던 기억이 나요.
이 영상 하면 일단 지민님이다. 약간 그런 타이틀?
불타오르네.
아, 333 춤 알아?
알죠, 알죠.
3분 33초. 진짜 저 이거 진짜 많이 돌려봤어요.
와, 난 저기가 제일 좋아.
비트 표현 봐.
보컬의 힘이 있으면서도 또 아이돌의 춤 실력을 가지고 있고 굉장히 종잡을 수가 없어요. 다만 엄청난 분이다 그러니까 방탄소년단 쪽에서 누가 한번 온 건 아닌가.
네네네.
지민 씨 이런 분들이 춤을 굉장히 잘 춘다면서요.
예예예. BTS 멤버. 이제 소수 의견 들어볼 텐데요.
기린님은 제가 보기엔 보통 계기가 아니고 이게 연습한다고 되는 게 아니에요.
네.
그래서 요즘 가장 춤 하면은 떠오르는 아이돌이 제가 아는 유일한 member 지민이라고 한 명 있어요.
춤 매력에 흠뻑 반하신 것 같아요.
남자 아이돌 3명. 샤이니 태민. 태민이 춤 너무 잘 추죠. 방탄 지민이 춤 잘 추죠, 정말. 엑소 카이. 와우. 근데 셋 다 친구야. 다 잘 추죠.
Got a little emotional just now just watching because like for my particular style like not a lot of artists take a chance on me because it's so very detailed and a lot of it could say, you know, it gets lost on stage in big arenas and stuff like that. I am super appreciative that I got to do this and for someone at his level to actually execute exactly what I have in mind and do it in a way that might be even better than what I could have done. I will always be forever like grateful.
His eyes do so much work. He's guiding the audience really, really well with where they want him to actually look or where he wants them to actually look. Beginner dancers very often just focus on how do I hit my move, how do I reach this thing in time, which makes sense. I think there's a lot of people who
And that's where he's the best at.
But there's gimmicks. You know, it's like I know I can pull out like an aerial real quick. But no, Jimin's like got contemporary experience. dance, modern experience, hip hop, popping. You can actually see all those integrated so well. He's clever with where he's breathing. He's clever with where to relax, where to look. Like these are actually very intentional choices that over time start becoming second nature. Yes.
Big Hit's performance director has said that Jimin has the characteristic of expressing very smooth and textured choreography, so even when he does hip-hop choreography, he exudes a little alluring charm. In BTS book Beyond the Story, 10-year record of BTS, it is mentioned that Jimin's inspirations from their American activities had a direct influence on BTS. As he attended the performances of various artists in America, he developed bigger artistic ambitions for BTS. I kept comparing their performances to ours. I began thinking our concert staging could be better. So we began asking more from our own concerts. I kept talking about the need to go beyond where we were, to change our repertoire and improve our sets and production. To learn more about Jimin's impact in every industry, whether it's food, fashion, music, or tourism related, and to know more about Jimin's dance skills,
Make sure he promote his video.
A lot of times after Jimin's V-Lives or some of the interviews, you will see Korean fans once again being amazed by Jimin's vocabulary, his choice of words, and sincerity behind them.
오늘도 고생하셨고 내일도 힘냈으면 좋겠고 쉴 수 있을 때 푹 쉬시고 이 안에서 여러분들 행복을 꼭 찾아왔으면 좋겠습니다.
A lot of Korean fans also point out that Jimin writes his sentences in a structure that is really easy to translate for international fans. He has also been praised by experts for his speech at various events. One of them would be the annual Youth Day, where Jimin delivered his speech without any script, with elegance and sincerity. And most recent would be the speech that he presented at on General Assembly.
어쨌든 대변하는 거였기 때문에 우리 이제 미래 세대는 어떻게 보면은 팬분들한테 듣고 받은 메시지를 얘기하는 부분이었잖아요.
그래서 딱 카메라를 보고 딱 내가 명확하게 하고 싶었던 거지.
딱 그래요.
Some fans also have noticed that in interviews he will mostly give really well detailed yet at the same time generalized answers about himself. He usually doesn't tell much, even though sometimes it could feel like it. Any new information we get to know about him is mostly from people around him.
여러분들한테 보여준 거 빼고 다 못해요. 지금 하고 있는 걸 더 잘하고 싶네요. 좋아하는 거.
Jimin's great upbringing also shows in his respectful mannerism. Ones that fans have frequently noticed are his good boy pose with hands at his sides.
It's an inspirational pose. Pose like that, you know he's about to take somebody's wife.
Used in Korean culture.
잘 볼 수 있는.
Hey, ma'am. Hey, may I help you? Gone. Your wife gone. Get a divorce. He stole her.
제가 부시고 다시 감독님. 와, 됐다. 와.
Jimin does not only go viral for his visuals or performance, but also for his etiquette. One example is Korean citizens gushing about how Jimin uses elements of Korean etiquette even when he is abroad. When greeting people, you will always see him bowing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Welcome back to AMA. It's okay to cut off.
새해 복 많이 받으세요. 세배를 하고 오셨어요? 할까요? 아니 어르신들한테.
Found myself doing that a few times. I'm like, what's up, man?
Recently, and for no reason at all, I asked Mint
Shut up, man.
if big
How you doing?
wireless companies are allowed
Alright, just keep on.
They said yes.
Doing okay.
When I asked if
Oh, yeah.
technically violate those onerous 2-year contracts, they said
When BTS performed their song DNA for the Korean President Moon and the First Lady, there's a part where Jimin usually shows hearts, sweeps his hair back, or does something else fun for the audience. But this time he did a 90-degree bow, which once again allowed him to receive a big round of applause from the general Korean public.
앉아. 편하게 앉아. 아니 나는 이렇게 나도 그 지민이하고 슈가가 갑자기 올 줄 몰랐어요.
자, 여러분, 이 상황에서 지민 씨처럼 행동하는 게 절대로 쉬운 게 아닙니다. 왜냐면 지민 씨가 이렇게 초대받은 손님으로서 앉으려다가 자기보다 나이가 많은 사람 때문에 건 절대로 절대로 계산해서 나오는 행위가 아니기 때문에 그래요. 왜냐면 이런 상황들은 예측할 수 있는 게 아니기 때문에 그렇습니다. 그리고 지빈 씨가 보여준 이 이전에서의 좋은
I would have never thought of that.
예의들을 봤을 때는 한마디로 몸에 배어서 자연스럽게 나온 행동이라는 거죠.
Jimin, as sweet and caring as ever, always expresses his sincere gratitude to the fans. One of the many sweet things is Jimin hashtagging his tweets with "Our armies won an award again" whenever BTS receives an award at an award show. He also comes on Weverse Live more frequently to update fans about what he's doing and thanking them for their love and all of the achievements his solo songs are making. Jimin also frequently likes to remind the fans to stay warm and not to catch a cold whenever the weather gets a little colder, as well as always reminding fans to stay healthy and look after your body in a healthy way.
잘 걸리니까 조심하시고 마음 조심하시고 몸 조심하시고 그렇게 있어주시면 감사하겠습니다. 즐겁고 오늘 식사 잘 챙겨 하시고 앉으셨던 분들을 오늘 봐주셔서 오늘도 감사합니다. 다음 주에 또 올게요. 그런 거 있잖아요. 해피바이러스 그런 거 해주고 싶어요. 그러니까 뭔가 항상 뭔가 안 좋은 생각 너무 많이 하지 마시고 안 좋은 생각 너무 많이 하면 이게 끝도 없습니다. 저도 많이 해봤잖아요. 그래서 안 좋은 생각 많이 하면 어차피 이게 꼬리를 계속 물고 땅굴을 파게 돼요. 그러니까 생각 되게 좋은 생각 많이 하셨으면 좋겠고 제가 이렇게 한번 비추는 게 여러분들 모두에게 그럴 수는 좋은 영향이 될 수는 없을 수도 있지만 이렇게 조금이라도 힐링이 되셨으면 좋겠습니다. 여러분들한테 그러려고 오는 거니까요. 항상 행복하셨으면 좋겠고 아프지 말고 네 힘들지 말고 항상 좋은 일만 가득하셨으면 좋겠습니다. 요즘 같은 또 상황에 네 진심이고요. 아프지 말고 밥도 잘 챙겨 드시고 여러분 요즘에 또 면역력이 안 좋으면 또 그 막 코로나도 걸린다고 하니까 밥 잘 챙겨 먹고 항상 밥을 잘 드세요. 맛있게 잘 먹어야 돼요. 그래서 저도 먹으러 갈게요.
여러분 어떻게 지내셨어요? 오케이.
Inspirational.
뭐 제가 얘기해놨어가지고
뭐라고?
밥 먹고 좀 잘 지내고 있으라 그랬어요. 이때까지 건강하게 아프지 말고. 다이어트 어떻게 했었냐고요? 다이어트는 여러분 하지 마세요. 근데 이게 다이어트라고 얘기하면 좀 그런 것 같아요. 이게 다이어트라고 얘기하면 이미 기분이 나빠요. 그쵸? 우리 건강한 몸을 만들기, 건강한 몸 관리라고 하죠. 건강한 몸 관리는 여러분 하셔야 돼요. 근데 다이어트는 하지 마세요. 다음 주에
Makes sense.
해요. 그동안 밥도 잘 챙겨 드시고 여러분들도 가능하면은 운동도 좀 하시고 좀 뛰고 뛰는 것보다는 좀 빠른 걸음으로 걷는 게 좋고 계단 오르는 게 더 좋습니다. 내려가진 말고요. 조심해서 또 귀가하시고 귀가했다고
He said walking is better than running.
제가 또 읽어보도록 하겠습니다.
Going upstairs is better than going down. I never heard of that before.
괜찮아요? 핫도그 잘 먹었어요? 안 좋은 생각 너무 많이.
He's also a supportive shoulder to lean on for his band members and even someone to look up to for the older members.
예를 들어서 우리가 지금 함께 하고 있지만 평생 같이 안 할 수도 있는 건데 그렇기 때문에 더 노력해야 되는 건데.
In an interview with Teen Vogue, RM mentioned Jimin saying, "I get free life lessons from J-Hope and Jimin. Sometimes it's like they're 10 years older than me." In another interview, he has also said, "Many people think that Suga is like the grandfather of the group, but he acts more like a little kid. Jimin is the opposite. He looks like a baby, but inside he's mature and like a grandfather." For BTS Festa, when members left each other compliments, J-Hope wrote, "You're like my little brother, but sometimes it feels as if you really are an older brother. For 7 years, I've been relying on you a lot and I've gained so much strength from you." During an interview in Japan, J-Hope has also said, "Jimin likes being playful, but he also is a mature person who thinks a lot." Whenever the members gather after award shows or before activities and talk, the words Jimin says really have depth. Even though he is younger, I respect him a lot.
Member I need when relieving my stress. 스트레스 해소할 때 제일 풀고 싶을 때 필요한 멤버.
아, 이거 약간
둘.
갈라질 수도 있어요.
갈라질 수
잘
있어.
맞을 것 같아요.
하나, 둘, 셋.
지민이 힘들었는데 정말 지민이가 오자마자 웃음꽃이 제가 거의 뭐 웃음꽃이 활짝 피었습니다. 예. 정말 큰 힘이 됐고 도움이 됐고 진짜 모르겠어요. 정말 너무너무 고맙고 이 먼 길까지 와줘가지고 이렇게 응원해주고.
재밌었어, 엄청 재밌었어.
아 진짜로?
끝났어.
난 진짜
끝났어, 진짜. 다른 사람들 보면 어떡해? 왜 BTS 공연보다 더 멋있었어? 왜 그러는 거야?
동생이지만 형 같은 그런 매력을 가지고 있는 친구예요. 하는 것을 담을 수 있는 친구고, 그리고 그 담는 그 큰 그릇만큼 뭔가 많은 것을 수용을 할 수 있는 그런 친구인 것 같습니다. 사랑스러운 친구죠. 사실 의지가 됐던 게 가장 되게 동생이지만 되게 고마웠던 점이었던 것 같아요. 저의 뭔가 큰 스트레스를 풀어주는 역할도 했었던 것 같아요. 네, 정말 그런 부분에서 고마운 점이 아닌가 싶습니다.
방탄 잘 챙겨줬습니다.
네, 그렇습니다.
데뷔 전부터 음료수도 잘 사주고,
네, 그렇습니다.
아이스크림도 잘 쏘고,
그렇습니다.
형들 힘들 때는 잘 얘기해주고.
그렇습니다.
His interview from BTS Fifth Army Kid. Answering the question about being able to give anything to the members, he said, I'd like to give a superpower. To every member, the ability of freezing time, especially Namjoon. He tends to get pressure as the leader of the team.
I think that's everybody's like super
time for a minute.
superpower. I just want to free time, or let me go back like 2-3 hours. Or shit, let me go back 10 years.
지가 평소에 하듯이 막 장난치 쳐주는데 그런 생각을 잊게 만들었어요. 그러니까 우리가 와서 팬이 됐어.
오늘은 진짜 팬이었어, 진짜. 나 진짜 진짜 웃어, 진짜.
진짜 문자도 했잖아. 진짜 네가 와서 진짜로 힘들지 않나?
Gucci Guilty, Elixir de Parfum.
All set for feel-good get-togethers. Get ready for any gathering with Pledge, Windex, and Scrubbing Bubbles to bring out the shine. Embrace
Bro,
the clean.
like we watching a movie over here. Shit, they know throw this.
Got gatherings covered.
This little introduction on good old Netflix, huh? Yeah.
손 떨지 마. 괜찮아, 잘했어.
나 진짜 멘탈 때 어떻게 하냐.
다리 떨려가지고.
Look at these two, man.
거기서 1번 걸린 사람이 먼저 이렇게 차근차근 지민이 거다. 마지막 지민이. 아 왠지 지민이가 어부지리로 1등 할 것 같은데. 아니다. 지민이 1등 진짜 웃기겠다. 지민이 1등 하면 진짜 대박이지. 지민이
Sleeping Beauty.
우리 제일 뽑게 해야 돼요.
48분 안 좋은 거 처음 비행기 타고 가는데 얼마?
3시간 걸립니다. 3시간 걸립니다.
48분만 주라. 예전에 하고 싶은 생 있으면 가야 해요.
아니야.
나 어차피.
아니야, 네가 고르는 거야, 지민아. 그 자리가 정해진 게 아니라 네가 가서 2등으로 고르면 돼. 너 앉고 싶은데.
그러니까 너도 보여. 그래 내가 딴데 불러줄게.
근데 이제 지민이가 어쨌든 너무 고마웠던 게 너무 이 그 가사 뭐 형 썼냐고 해서 이제 그 뭐 이건 내가 쓰게 됐다 그렇게 얘기를 하니까 그 지민이가 너무 이 가사가 너무 마음에 든다고 자기 얘기 같다고 너무 마음에 든다고 해서 그걸 여러 번 얘기를 해줬어요. 끝날 때까지 그 녹음하고 나서도 계속 형 나는 이 곡이 가사가 너무 좋다 그렇게 사실 얘기를 해준다는 게 되게 마음이잖아요. 정성이고 뭐 사실 뭐 요즘 남 잘 돼도 잘 된다고 박수 쳐주기 힘들고 모두가 배 아파하는 시대에 어떻게 보면 뭔가 그 자기가 마음에 드는 거에 대해서 이걸 솔직히 뭐 너무 고맙다 잘 해줬다라고 얘기하는 게 너무 큰 마음이라고 느껴져요. 요즘에는 지민이가 워낙 잘하는 친구지만 그런 거예요. 그래서 근데 어쨌든 굳이 막 이렇게 여러 번 얘기를 해주니까 지민이한테 너무 고마웠었어요.
지민이는 뭐 사실 지민이가 없었으면 이제 지금의 방탄이 분명히 없었을 거라고 생각을 하고.
If we are speaking more about Jimin's thoughtful personality, one of the things I have to mention is him
Indeed.
being a charity fairy. Global Citizen featured BTS in 7 ways BTS inspires the world to create lasting change, mentioning Jimin as one to support everyone's right to learn. Jimin, also named Pride of Busan, has made several donations to support education in his home community, donating money and resources to help students in need of financial assistance. He makes donations quietly by himself or through his dad. Jimin is a part of the Green Noble Club for Children as a high-value donator. Most recent news that we got about Jimin was about him donating 100 million won to educational institutions including schools and libraries, and of him donating to his hometown in Busan to a program made to promote residents' welfare, supporting the vulnerable, and protecting youth. He also has visited orphanages in his free time on his own, after promising the kids there that he will be back.
Teacher Jimin, man, inspirational. Yeah, that'd be dope if like BTS or Jimin like do like auditions and performances in schools, high schools. That'd be dope.
In an interview with GQ, when all of his solo song achievements were mentioned, his humble personality once again shined through as he answered, "I don't think it should be taken literally. I think I'll be arrogant. I still lack a lot. I think it's correct to say I'll work harder." A journalist has said that a cheeky thing Jimin does. At the press conferences, Jimin usually would
Got
stare
a duck on
everyone
his
in the
head.
eye, never
Look at
breaking eye
Jimin,
contact
man.
and making the reporters flustered. Also, one unique thing about his personality, contrary to him being young and somewhat on the internet,
oh,
he
Instagram
really doesn't
filters.
know that
Wait,
much
what?
slang that the kids these days use. And he likes phone calls over text messages. Talk about a rare gem. The Korean fans even joke.
I kind of like calls over text messages too. I don't like texting that take too long. Yeah, that's a fact.
사실 귀걸이 하면 되게 간단해요. 저는 심플한 것만 주로 차기 때문에 이런 거 그냥 링이나 이런 것만 차서.
팬분들이 지민 씨 귀걸이 되게 손민수 많이 하시더라고요. 막 되게 많이 따라서 하시고.
손민수가 도대체 누구예요?
그거를 손민수
여러분 손민수 하십시오. 아니 손민수가 누군지 몰라요. 사람 이름인가 아닌가.
Japanese magazine My Mullet retracted Jimin's early footsteps in Busan. One of the cafe owners where Jimin used to eat it said Jimin was good at study, especially math. He kindly supported disabled kids and was always on the class committee. In middle school, Jimin danced poppin' at the school festival with a great reception. When my friends and family got together on the way home to eat chicken, I asked him to give me his autograph, and he said shyly, "I don't have a signature." I wish I had received his autograph at the time, and I regret it for the rest of my life. In an interview with the same magazine, Jimin's popping dance teacher has said, he had many
Yeah,
friends
you
and was the
sold,
type to
buddy.
get on
You
well with
sold,
others.
sold,
He was
sold.
intelligent, had leadership, and was the class president at school. There are times he would warn his
Now
friends
you gotta
who
live
were
with that
being
for the
naughty,
rest of your
but it
life.
didn't make anyone feel unpleasant because he talks very well and politely. Whatever it is, he's the person to act first, and he'll play around when it's time to play. I've never seen him badmouth his friends, not even once. During his extracurricular dance classes in junior high school, he was very popular amongst the older girl students, so there would be many fans waiting for the lesson to end. The dance teacher also mentioned that Jimin still stays in touch with him and the school, and he thinks of Jimin as someone he can trust. Link for the interview in the subscription box. In the BTS Beyond the Story book, Jimin said, "I think the most ideal kind of person is an honest person. In the past, I tended to sweat the small stuff, and I would often hesitate in speaking out even when I had something to say. I wanted people to be smiling and have them near me, which is why I would sometimes resort to exaggeration. I'd be acting like someone else, in other words. Then, from 2019, I would stay silent when I wanted to be silent, and tried speaking out against things when I didn't like them. And that's when I began to see it clearly. It's not that I didn't want to be alone, I just didn't want to be left behind." In an interview around this time with Weverse, Jimin states, "I'm the kind of person who likes to be loved. Looking back, I realized I do what I do not just for the work itself, but to be loved by my friends, family, the group, and fans. Even if I don't strictly owe our fans or group members anything in return, I feel a deep and sincere appreciation for all the things they do for me. I also saw some people for who they really are, some people who don't really care about me. Rather than pushing those people away, I learned how to react less emotionally to them. Likewise, I was able to be more emotionally honest with people who are very considerate toward me. Right now, Jimin's side job is actually being an angel.
Powerful
He
words.
also has fairies working under him."
요정이요. 요정은 제 하위 직급입니다. 전 천사거든요. 요정은 제가 부리는 사람들이고 저는 천사고. 제가 사실 천사인데 자꾸 이런 요정 같은 모습들을 보여서 미안합니다.
지민아 혹시 천사라는 직업은 어때?
이게 또 일할 때 좀 힘들긴 해요.
아 너가 천사야?
전 천사일 때 이제 제가 요정을 부리는 쪽이었고
아.
직급이 좀 높아요.
그래?
약간 팀장 그 정도
너
생각해요.
날개 어딨어?
네?
날개 어딨어?
그러니까 이제 뭐 밑에 내려왔을 때는
아니 타락 천사예요?
아 타락 천사.
또 얘가 떨어졌구나
이렇게
거기서.
우리 천사부터는 안 끼는데 요정까지 이제 내가 천사 직급이었어가지고.
다른 요정들이 질투해서 천국에서 쫓겨났다는 게 사실인가요? 추락한 건가요? 자발적으로 내려온 건가요? 제발 답해 주세요.
아 어때요? 쫓겨났어요? 추락이에요? 자발적이에요? 뭐예요?
I fail.
프리다이빙으로
자발적이네.
예, 자발적으로
Yeah.
떨어졌습니다.
I knew it. Know Jimin too well.
Is this a trash can? It's not. It's better. It's a way to give your beauty empties a
Look,
second life.
everybody, if you still watch this video, let's get a comment. Let's comment in the comment section. Let's go, Jimin. Very inspirational.
A simple way to close the loop on difficult to recycle empties.
He just walking through the airport, just. Look at Jimmy. That's how I'm gonna start greeting everybody. Next time I see a group of people, a lot of people. Hey man, what are you doing? I am doing the gymming, okay? Get a load of this guy here.
그런 것도 움직이게 되지.
높이 내려봐봐. 이만큼 쏠게요. 네. 뭐가 꽂히게요?
Grab over a picture. Why? Because you can always lose a picture. You can't lose that autograph.
가 아닌가 합니다, 여러분.
에피소드나 그런 게 있을까요?
처음 받으시는 분들이 계셨는데
네.
긴장하셨는데 이제 지민님께서 계속 이제 괜찮아 이거 5분이면 끝나 이러면서 이제 그렇게
다독여 주셨구나.
네, 다독여 주셔가지고 행동도 더 조심하게 되고 그리고 사실 지민님하고 이 문제로 되게 얘기를 엄청 오래 했었어요. 다독여 주시고 되게 좋은 얘기 많이 해주셨거든요.
Oh, tattoo
그
artist.
얘기를 듣고 나니까 좀 앞으로 더 좀 잘 살자.
나 같은 것도 멤버 지민이가 여자 같죠? 지민이한테는 애교가 많아요. 뭐 수고하신다 그러고 뭐 이렇게 어깨도 주물러 주고 그랬죠.
Jimin massage is crazy.
성격인 줄 알았는데 지내다 보니까 얘도 되게 활발하더라고요. 장난도 많이 치고. 네. 아 근데 성격이 진짜 좋았어요. 착하고 그래가지고 뭐 학교에 그냥 금방 적응하더라고요. 애들도 지민이 많이 좋아하고. 아 맞다. 막 학교에서 이제 보통 체력 검사 이제 체력장 같은 거 하잖아요. 이제 저는 그때 지민이가 얼굴도 하얗고 이제 귀엽게 생겨가지고 운동은 잘 안 할 줄 알았는데.
Really is.
얼굴만 애기지 진짜 몸은 또 그때부터 몸 되게 좋았어요. 운동도 되게 잘하더라고요. 또 이제 예고였거든요. 예고 친구들은 이제 운동을 잘 안 하더라고요. 근데 지민이랑 저는 이제 운동하는 거 좋아해가지고 둘이 계속 같이 다니면서 계속 기록 내기 했어요. 막 팔굽혀펴기, 막 멀리 뛰기 이런 기록 내기 했었어요. 이제 이번에 제가 농업고 나갔을 때 사진으로 응원해준 게 아직까지도 너무 고마운 것 같아요.
그게 너무 좋아요.
아쉽습니다.
로맨스? 아, 프로맨스?
저 이런 자기적인 거 되게 싫어하거든요. 아니 근데 물론 저희가 아이돌이지만
근데 사실 지금도 저를 딱 봤을 때 크기가 나쁘진 않죠. 여성분들이 입었을 때는
Never walk alone. Hey, that's a fire hoodie. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
좀 더 긴 거야? 오케이, 그럼 됐어. 4.5에서 5.
4.5에서 5로 할까요?
여러분들이 입었을 때 기분 좋은 거야.
Remember, you're enough. Love yourself.
More about Jimin's personality and high emotional intelligence in this introduction video. Contrary to his quite serious, wise, and mature personality, Jimin also knows how to entertain a crowd, on stage or off stage.
Okay, this is what we're not finna do. This is what we're not finna do. This is what we're not finna do. Bro, no, he didn't take his shoe off. Like, wait.
You can see this more in the official BTS content. Jimin seems to toss any competitiveness that he has aside and just has a fun time, entertaining the viewers and not taking himself too seriously.
No way he did that with his eyes closed.
보셨습니까, 여러분? 사람은 하면 끝까지 하면은 안 될 것이 없습니다. 오늘의 교훈.
Come on,
하면
man.
이상 지민이었습니다.
Jimin must be stopped.
걸쭉해질 때까지 기다리고.
제가 이게 바로 센스.
아까 지민이가 그랬어야 돼.
아무도 없는 것.
오늘 지민.
놀렸다.
Also, as much as BTS say Jimin
Look
is
at
the most
Jimin,
thoughtful
man.
and serious, they also say that he is one of the funniest members. He seems to have perfect comedic timing. He's quick with the sass, reads the room, and lightens up everyone's mood.
타인의 성장을 도모하고 협동하는 사람. 아 근데 내가 본 지민이면 되게 개인 발전에 되게 능숙한 사람인데. 그렇지. 그런 척하면서 당신들을 내가 키웠다는 생각 안 해봤지. 오지 마. 야, 내가 볼 때 이 표정 저녁 때만 나오는 것 같다. 오늘 지금 아니 아까는 안 나왔거든. 내가 장작 집에서 지금 발 떠고 계시는.
전에 재고 아침에 공연하고 1.5kg 빠졌어. 아 진짜? 나 1.5kg 빠졌어.
공연 얘기 나 오늘 네. 맞습니다. 씨 막 진짜 씨 아니야. 아우 씨 막 그래 아우 저 내가 들어도 좀 욕 같았어 이거. 절대 아니에요 여러분. 씨 막 다 보실 수 있을까? 왜냐면 또 자꾸 신경 쓰이는데 기사 나는 거 아니야? 지민 욕 생방송에 팬들에게 욕 막 이런 거.
얘는
Oh, I thought he was about to. Man, thought he was about to say it. I'm like,
가만히서 뭐가 나오는지 알아요.
ain't no way.
이게 나올 거예요.
여러분 저는
자 엉덩이에 힘을 넣어주세요.
들어온다.
고생 너무 많았어요. 아, 좋은 한개 없어. 아, 뭐 씨, 특히 고생하고. 저는 뭐 저도 한 게 없어요.
그러니까 왜 한게 없어요? 저는 아직도 있는.
최대.
제일 그렇게 해.
남준이네 오늘 사람들이 잘 안 왔네. 남준이 형.
이쪽으로 모자를 던지려고 하거든요.
예? 아, 못 던지면 괜찮아요. 뒤에만은 생략할게요.
Jimin is not playing.
Hey there, I'm Ryan, and today I'm here to talk to you about the brand new and incredible.
Sorry, we're here to talk about Jimin, bro. Wait, what am I? Okay, I guess that's. Look at J-Hope looking all cool. I'm locked up, they won't let me out, no.
항상 지민이가 웃게 해주지만 2021년은 은근히 진영이 저를 웃겨줬다고 생각합니다.
이거는
찐이라니까. 아니 지민이는 2013년 때부터 쭉 야 되게
당신 감동 되겠어? 나 당신한테 이제 웃음 안 준다. 갖고 와. 도로 갖고 와.
야.
In the end, this naturally gifted and talented man just wants to be on stage and perform in front of the crowd.
춤을 출 때는 다른 생각이 안 나서 다른 세상에 온 것 같아서 너무 좋았다 이런 얘기를 했는데 여러분들이랑 같이 하는 이 시간도 비슷한 것 같아요. 되게 다른 세상에 온 것 같아서 항상 너무 되게 행복했었던 것 같아요.
This love for stage reflects in an answer he gave in a Weverse interview. I don't consider my main profession, performing and singing, as going to work. But when I'm doing something else with the camera right in front of me, that feels like work. Singing and performing for our fans isn't work. It's something I really want to do.
Yup. Enjoy to do. Yup.
내 세상.
In a GQ interview, he said, "Yes, the phrase dance is a world of my own is exactly right. I realized whenever I'm dancing, I feel happy and free, unburdened by any thoughts. Dance has the power to make me feel that way." Jimin, as a solo artist, is now just starting to show us his different colors. When asked if there are any filters he hasn't shown yet, he answered, "Yes, there are many. If you look at the color of the filters I've shown you, it's only red, blue, and yellow. I think I showed you about half of it. I still have a lot to show you." In an interview with Vogue Korea, when asked about being talented at everything, Jimin answered, "As a pop artist, I want to excel at both dancing and singing. I also want to perform a diverse range of musical genres and themes instead of sticking to just one type. I want to show my fans only
Never
the
lay
best,
all
but I
your
also
eggs in
have
one
to take
basket.
a healthy, sustainable approach." Jimin has always been exemplary. From his younger school years till now, he has always been someone you can look up to and learn from. Are you ready to explore more of his artistry?
만들어 갈 수 있다.
More Jimin videos and articles in the description box.
Bravo. One hell of a. I was going to say, well, we might as well call this a movie. I was a hour and 40 long of great inspirational details about Jimin. I was gonna say news, not really news, but like, wow. It's like, well, I'll be waiting on the 2024 video, but shout out to but first we're gonna shout out to the guy. I'm assuming it's a guy, female, whoever that makes it. Yo, shout out to that person. Make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all like his video, cause man, I can only imagine the amount of time it took for you to make this video. Oh my God! Shout out to you. Shout out to you for delivering such inspirational video. But let me know y'all thoughts down in the comment section. I mean, what blew me the most out, what shocked me the most out of this whole video is when he got to trying like food, and then like the food popularity of that certain, like the noodles and stuff started to go up, and when that man played that song near that baby, he just started crying, and the baby, you just see in the baby face, he's like, this man sounds great. Who is this, bro? That took me out the roof. That took me out the roof. Let me know what was y'all best part in this video down in the comment section. Hopefully you like it. If you did, make sure you guys hit the like button. Wow. And also subscribe if y'all new. And if you stayed to the end of this video, you definitely a real one.